This is Tyler. I want to do a quick video on this particular flashlight, the flashlight that I use with rechargeable batteries to save money. So you want to buy batteries, literally the batteries that come with these lights. Yes, they come with a full set of batteries. I have used these flashlights for up to 3 hours a day, every other day for, I don't know, 3 or 4 months before they were dim enough I wanted to buy new batteries. So these flashlights do very well with the batteries that they come with. Then I buy rechargeable batteries, and then I just run them down until they're dim. I never run them until the flashlight really doesn't work. I try to recharge them, you know, every, I don't know, 10 or 12 hours or something like that of use. So that's a lot of dives. You can buy either Amazon brand or Energizer. I like Energizer because it's available locally, or just do it online and get the wall charger, get the batteries. This will save you a ton of money. I literally have been using these batteries for 3 years. One purchase for that, one purchase for those batteries, 3 years of use. That's a really good deal. This flashlight is actually one of the newer lights that I have. I use these Princeton Tech leagues because they're really cheap. You know, they're not a $100 flashlight, closer to 50. You can find them online or just research the company. It's a plastic housing for this flashlight. I regularly throw these flashlights out of my truck on the concrete, unloading. Haven't had one break yet. I haven't had one fail, one of these leagues, due to an impact or some sort of violent beatdown, even though bouncing off rocks, getting ran over in the parking lot. I haven't had these flashlights break apart. I have seen them fail due to misuse from other people. One of the things I would recommend is not leaving them completely assembled for long term. If you dive with them regularly or all the time like I do, maybe take them apart once a week and dry them out. I've literally rinsed these flashlights off completely in fresh water after use, like a tap water, and dried them off on the windowsill or dash of a vehicle, put new recharged batteries in them, and ran them for another week or two. I've done that. This setup with these rechargeable batteries, that recharger, this flashlight, which is really cheap comparatively, it's a great value because it's so durable and it's so bright and it works so well and you can beat it up. This will literally just survive in your kit for a long time. And I really don't know how, like, I have one of these lights that I've been using for over 5 years and it just is okay. If you're wondering why I put the tails on my lights versus just a wrist strap, it's because in Northern California, we drop our lights. Sometimes when I feel risky, I don't use the wrist strap and I just swim around with the light, and then I'm forgetful. I drop it, or I leave it on the bottom while I'm doing something else and something stupid happens. It gets kicked. Dust gets kicked around, or I drop it in a bunch of seaweed. Well, in the water, this tail floats up. Like if it falls in a crack, that tail will be visible, and I can grab that tail and pull it out of the crack, or I can grab that little tail and pull it out of seaweed. Or if I'm searching around and the light is off and I don't see any illumination, I potentially could see that tail in seaweed. So I put tails on my lights so I can pull them out of cracks, diving in jetties, or I can see it if I or somebody else drops it. So I have reasons for that tail, and it's a handy piece of kit in case you need to do a tourniquet, or if you need to do repair any gear while you're spearfishing or whatever. So having some line on my lights, I actually do it for lots of reasons, and it's really, really helpful. I recommend these lights, even though I'm not a huge fan of the little angled bulb in the front. It's not I don't prefer that. But I do prefer the plastic housing. I do prefer this brand because I've had good success and good luck with this company. I always use rechargeable batteries after I run out of the batteries that come with the lights. And you always want to make sure you get an LED because they're super, super bright. And personally, I don't like the flashlights that have a removable rear for taking batteries out, or a button at the rear. I always prefer flashlights with a thumb button, not a button in the back. And I don't ever want a flashlight that you can turn on and off or adjust by twisting. Underwater flashlights need a nice purpose-built mechanism, preferably a thumb switch like this. The reason is because it's one-hand use. If I'm flashing and spooking fish, yeah, that's some fish right there. If I'm flashing and spooking fish, I want to be able to, turn my light off real quick so that fish doesn't blow out of the hole that I'm looking in. Or I want to just not have to use two hands. Oh, and these lights also have a really nice, you can barely see right there, locking mechanism. It's either super annoying or super helpful. Sometimes I take it out, I usually leave them in, and it works. Look at that. So this particular light, rechargeable batteries, maybe tie a tail on it if you're diving in really low vis or kelpy or seaweedy spots. And that's my flashlight. These are the lights that I use.